have tried to rehearse what I would say and like wrote it down, and it's not going to work. Okay. So let me just put this out there. Let me just lay this out there. See if you want to subscribe. See if you don't. Maybe, give it a minute. Um, so long story short, I ended up in the Lifeway bookstore a few months ago, and I ended up spending almost $1,000 on all of these different books. What I want to do now is target Christians, and I feel like we get caught up in the hustle and bustle of our everyday lives, and we don't really make time for the Lord like we should. And if you're like me, that makes me feel like really guilty, and it's pretty humbling, and I feel bad. Um, so this is a way. I have a ton of different books from all different authors that say things in a lot of different ways. Excuse me. This can kind of give you even like a takeaway of just even if you just get a verse out of it, or oh, I learned this about John or Luke or whatever. It can be informative. It can be interesting. You can learn a lot of things. I do like Bible studies with this. I'll probably chime in, give my own 2 cents, maybe share a personal story if I feel like it's relative to what we're talking about. Um, it is going to be a broad range, and I have spent weeks trying to figure out how I'm really going to arrange that so that if you're, so like for example, um, what I'm starting with, I'm a mess. What I'm starting with is something, I'm doing gospel foundations, and can't find the exact one, um, but it'll be like this. And basically, I know what I will read out of it. And this really started because I got all these books, and I'm kind of a book nerd, and I wanted to read them um, to my kids, and because my kids are teenagers now, so I try to do it at the dinner table. It's like I had to force them to stay. They wanted to go, and I was just like, I love these. I think that it's super cool, and it's very informative. Um, so I said, let me just share this with the world and anybody who's willing to listen to it, because my children are not. So some of those, like I said, this is the Gospels. There's another one for Samuel. There's Kings. There's Exodus. All of those. Then there's other books that I have that are like specific. Um, Joshua, specific to Joshua. Basically, a whole book about Joshua's life and thoughts and response. Um, there are others that, let's see, Samuel, Genesis. Then there are some like this that are a little bit more in depth, experiencing God, and just kind of going over a few things, questions. That will be separate. So, like all of these, here's one on Jonah. Here's an amazing one that obviously I have been all through Ruth, and I loved it. I so fell in love with this book on Ruth. I can tell you all about Ruth from top to bottom. Um, so there are also themes that I ran across that I would love to share and read. Like I say, these are all other people's works. I'm just basically reading the books to people. War Room, of course, which a lot of people like. Um, Christ-centered parenting. If you're over the Bible study thing and you don't need that, here's this. The Seven Rings of Marriage. I have also stuff that is Christian related, just discussing marriage, practical biblical wisdom for every season of your marriage. Um, this is a book of Jonah navigating a life interrupted. And another one that I totally love um, is It's Not Supposed to Be This Way. This is another one. This is more on people that are having just a huge, just not a roadblock, but just a really, really big speed bump that they're having trouble kind of conquering at the moment. It's not supposed to be this way. And I bought this for a few friends of mine actually, and I love it. I have not read it front to back, but I want to, which is another reason why I'm so excited about doing this. So basically, this is just an introduction to me and my unorganized mess. When I get enough confidence to jump into this, I will. There is a men's series. Um, I'm nervous about tapping into the men's series. Fathers, jobs, statistics. But I think it's amazing. And I have quite a few of these. I have 3 sons and a husband. So believe me, I racked up on these things. Um, so what I'm saying is there is a wide variety of things. Um, so relationships would probably be, I'd have like a relationship section where we would talk about love languages, marriage, also the parenting section, where I would just tap into Christ-centered parenting. I wanted to do 20 minutes for each video, but my husband says, no, people don't have 20 minutes. People don't want to spend 20 minutes listening to you talk or read or whatever. And so I take his advice, and if more people say, hey, let's, cut, maybe we could extend it a little bit, then that'd be awesome. And if people say, look, you're way too long, you talk too much, it's driving me nuts, then we'll work on that too. But basically, I just wanted to introduce myself. I want to kind of entitle this like A Touch of Grace. Just because God is awesome, and He's just shown me so much grace and so much mercy, and it brought me this far, and it's brought me to this point where I never thought I would be, but it's this point that I am sharing so much of this with you. I love this. I love how it breaks down the Bible. I love how it just talks about the people of the Bible. I also have a book called The Women of the Bible, and believe me, that thing is like this thick. You have no idea how many women are in the Bible, okay? But anyway, this is not just for women. This is for everyone. This is for children. It is totally family friendly. Anyone who wants to listen, anyone who wants to hear about the Bible, anyone who wants to learn about anything that could possibly be like related to Christ, and Christ-centered. I am here. I am at your disposal. If there is a request for something specific book that you would want me to go into or touch on, I will definitely do my best to purchase that and to go forward with it. Absolutely, anything that I can do. I do consider myself a servant of Christ, and that's what I'm here for. So, what I just wanted to briefly explain is that there will be like the parenting section where if you don't want to hear all about, the section where I'm doing like right here, these, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, Joshua. If you don't want to hear about, those will all be like in one section. Then we'll have the Gospel Foundation section where you have that volume 6, volume 5, volume 3. They're in order somewhere. I have all of, these will be separate. So you may want this and not the parenting. You may want the parenting and not this, or you may want both, or you may want just the marriage, or whatever it is. I am trying to separate all of these so that everyone that has needs that I can fulfill, I want to. I want to help people. I want to make it interesting. I want to make learning about the Bible interesting. I think for many, many years, it wasn't interesting to me. And I didn't understand it, and it was just a whole lot of thee and thou and art, and it was about as interesting to me as it was when we were sitting in high school, listening to the whole, Montague Capulet. Just, I felt like I was being forced, and it's something I'm supposed to know, and it's just not registering. And this makes the Bible so cool. Like, it just, the people and the stories of their journey. Um, it writes out, Timothy totally differently. Still the same thing, still the Bible. I'm all for keeping it biblically correct. That's a word. Um, but I want to read these stories to you. Um, I will read them if I have no subscribers because I am a firm believer in it. You will just touch one day and it will make a difference. So I will keep doing this um, until all these books are gone. But I just wanted to introduce that, and this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. Um, but my life has been blessed, and it's amazing. And I have a lot of really cool things going on right now, and I'm just very grateful. And I don't want to let down God. I don't want to have this opportunity, and I'm just covered in all of this amazingness and not share it. I just don't want to do that. So it was great meeting you. Questions, hit me up. Subscribe. Suggestions, anything like that. I know everybody has their own opinion. If somebody wants to bash me for being a Christian, I mean, technically, yes, you have their freedom of speech, but really, I'd rather you just kind of hold off and just kind of keep going. Just go watch other videos. I don't like drama, um, but I know typically Christians get bashed. Um, when they do social media stuff like that. So I am preparing myself for that, but I please ask you, can you please not do that to me? Because, like, I'm going to keep going. It's just, you're going to irritate me, and I don't want to have a bad day. So, but anyway, I don't want to hold you guys up. I do tend to talk a whole lot. Um, Thank you for going this whole 12 minutes with me. And also, if I look like I am looking in all different directions while I'm trying to talk to you, it is because I went through a whole bunch of mess trying to get this thing set up, and I'm using my iPad. So the camera's in the corner. Normally it's up top. Earlier it was over here. So, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm one of the realest people you will ever meet. I do not lie. And I say that I don't lie because I have a bad memory and I will not remember what I've said. So I just give it to you like it is from the very beginning. And hey, if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And if we click, we click. And if we don't, we don't. But like, that's just me. That's just who I am. So I'm going to be so real with you right now. And I'm going to tell you how I try to keep my eyes on you over here in the corner instead of this iPad is crazy. Let me show you my little guy. This is my guy. And my guy has been sitting right over here. My little face, my little I love you face, my smiley guy. He sits over here. Boop. So that I talk to him and I know that he's where I need to be talking. So I'm not looking over here, looking over there. So if my eyes were all over the place, it is because this is on the iPad and the camera's way over here. So I will try to make better eye contact and get my laptop rolling so that in the future when I do these videos, I don't look so crazy. Thank you for your time. I hope you join in on this awesome adventure with me. Like I said, it's not just the reading. There are also, and I think some sections, I'll tell you what I do want to do. I'm going to throw this out there and then I'm totally going to shut up. Some people want the question and answer, and when I was in a Bible study before, I noticed that, of course, you saw my book, Ruth, right? I'm going to scribble like, ooh, there's a question. Ooh, that's in depth. Ooh, that makes me think. Ooh, that kind of, And other people would go, oh, well, I just didn't answer the questions. Let's just move past. Well, I don't know. answer the question. I mean, they're asking you for a reason. But what that taught me is that some people want to go in depth with it, some people don't. Some people don't mind getting into the nitty gritty of themselves, and some people don't. So, I am going to make the question and answer portion in a separate video, but it will be connected to, so let's just say if I said, we're reading, give me a book, Genesis, the life of Jacob. So the title would say, Genesis, the life of Jacob. Reading section 1 through 4. And then in another video, you would have Genesis, the life of Jacob, Q&A, sessions 1 through 4. Or something similar to that. I mean, it's going to be easy. I'm going to have to oversimplify it just for myself. So it's going to be easy. I just have to get all of this stuff together. I have really been putting it off because I'm so scared. But I know, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And this is something he wants done. And so I know that, he's going to make it happen. So, that's my spiel. I hope y'all join this journey with me. It's going to be fun. Pick and choose what you like and what you want to follow and what you want to be a part of. And I look forward to it. I'm super excited. I will post every week. I do not know what day that will be. I have a crazy, crazy life. At this point, to commit to something once a week is a big deal. So let me figure that part out. I will do it every week. I don't want to say every Tuesday and then, Taco Tuesday comes through, or then somebody has a tummy ache and then, and then, oh, I didn't do it and it pops up on a Wednesday. And then I look inconsistent. So my level of consistency at this point is once every 7 days, I will post a new video. Okay? Take care. Much love. See you soon.